Speaking of the message, do we really think that it's in Kamabaka?
We don't.
It might be.
Sill's theory could be honestly on point because I think right now you have Mars. He's here. He's actually inside the building and he's going to grab York. And then also I think maybe save Kaku, but who the hell knows? So if he does, let's say the entire upper area is gonna be just obliterated, let's say a giant attack by Mars. But it's still gonna probably play.
Yeah, really quick. So on the topic of York and Kaku being up there, we just saw what's her name? Katarina Devon. We just saw her on the island.
No, she's off down. She's leaving.
Prior to her leaving the island, though, she was on the island. What was she doing on the island? There's a lot of time passed since we left the lab? Yeah, so it's been a while since the ship left. It's been a while since, Usopp, Robin, Chopper, and Nami left. You don't think anything's happened in that time with the warp? Is that
back to Black.
They was on the island for a day.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he's been plotting. I'm telling you, he's plotting.
What I was gonna say is York. I don't know if what's his name, Shaka. I don't know if Shaka had a feeling about York that she was gonna betray him, because if he didn't, that means York knows where it's broadcasting. If he did, then he probably tricked her and is tricking the Gorsei right now.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
Didn't York not share with Punk Records? So that would mean that she did not receive information from Punk Records herself?
No, she just didn't share her.
No, she can receive. I think she received it, but she just never uploaded her experiences and stuff. So, I don't think Vegapunk is this stupid. I think he has a plan. That's why he's doing this. Oh, get my coffee. Oh, nobody can come here and stop us. I think he's doing some 4D chess.
That portrayal makes it solidified that ain't getting stopped. That coffee drinking makes sense.
It would end up being a little bit doubly painful for Saturn, is because if his plan had succeeded in Kuma having the actual bomb blowing up on Kamabaka Queendom, it would have taken out the message there at Kamabaka, right? Mm-hmm. And then them raiding Egghead, it would have been successful. But since Vegapunk betrayed them basically twice over, or multiple times over, then he's failed on multiple levels that he didn't even realize. So I kind of like that idea.
Flashback. Here's what I want to say about the Gorsei stuff. We gotta give them some credit now. These last couple of chapters have been actually giving them credit. Yes, are they gimmick fighters because of the immortality? That's undeniable. But they actually have credibility because they're actually withstanding techniques from Luffy and they're coming back. Now that all 5 are here, we will see what all 5 can do. Is Gandhi gonna do some cool swordsmanship? Maybe. Is someone gonna bust out some hockey stuff? Maybe. But if they all just do the same shit, they do the eye and they regen and that's really it, all right. At that point, I think we can start lowering them. But if they do all have unique fighting styles, and I know you hate this, Cole. I know you hate this. If one or a couple of them show that they're doing better than what Saturn was doing, we have to take that. We have to take that.
Yeah, they could, but with the wait and see. That's what I'm saying. It's possible, but because right now it feels like that's going against that idea, because it'll be how you normally do is that you have these guys kind of come back in future arcs. Okay, now we have Man's turn. Now we have Ethan's turn. Now we have Marcus Mars' turn, and then you have them showcase what they can actually do in earnest with a more dedicated chapters. But if all 5 are appearing right now, and then let's say they all these crazy giant forms, we have an actual let's say a 4v5 kaiju thing where let's say you have Luffy, Dory, Brogy, and the giant robot go up against all 5 elders to try and stop them from doing what they're doing. And then because obviously we all know that eventually the message that Vegapunk is saying is going to get through. That's happening for sure, because we already know based on the narration when in the middle of the arc, we already know what's happening. Yes. So it feels like we know they're going to fail, and then we know that Luffy's mission is to stop them from doing what they're doing.
But Cole, don't you feel like that it would make more sense if the rest of the crew realized, hey, we got some threats? So Zoro leaves Lucci and say, hey, listen, I got, Venus to go deal with. And then Sanji go work his way with his father, Jupiter, to basically fight him.
What if Zoro hands off Lucci to Jinbei, bro? Well, he just said he leaves Lucci to handle Venus. But Lucci still wants to kill them all. Lucci has to lose. He has to be defeated.
You're saying something pretty.
No, he doesn't. What do you mean? They could all just stop fighting.
Yeah, Cole, you were saying before that Jinbei and Lucci were going to scrap. I don't know if it was somebody's donations or something, but you had mentioned that. and I think that's very plausible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Zoro's gonna sense the 4 Gorosei. He's gonna sense Kitetsu. He's gonna use 3,000 world, slice to get through the Labo Strato and just clash before he cuts the Labo Strato. Because this leads into kind of like an old theory that Wing had. Shout out to Drat for reminding me of that. Wing. Wing.
Don't blame me for this nonsense. Hold on.
All right, so Wing had a theory about colors and hockey, and how they were going to be like elemental powers. I think with the arrival of Drori and Broccoli, not only are we not going to go to Elbaf, but I'm fairly certain that we're going to get exposition on colors hockey, right? Odin had purple, Zoro has green. We got Luffy with the yellow back in Wano. Why did he have yellow? Gear 5, though, he's a completely blank slate. He's all white. He doesn't really know about the different colors.
You really want Oda to give us that much in-depth hockey shit when he's?
I think he's been already showing it to us. Even Dressrosa, we see that Fujitora had all the little people that were running towards the port. He couldn't see them, but he could see colors of them. Each of them was a different shade of color that correlates to the colors we've already seen in hockey.
That was the observation hockey and
what it was like for him to be blind, sensing hockey.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
That's all that was.
Okay, well, let's make this actually like more important. I think with the hockey thing, people think that like the elders have hockey, and they're just showing that every time we see like Black Lightning. I don't know if that's true anymore, because technically hockey should be invisible, but random Marines, now it's been 2 times now, random Marines can see these big Black Lightning bolts. These guys have no hockey. Yeah. These are the scrubs, they're fodders.
True.
So this gotta be, and I hate to say it, but this could be some demon shit. Like we saw.
It's demon energy, man. That's what I'm saying.
But I just don't like. I don't like saying it because I don't like saying it because it's like once again there's another black thing that's on the screen. It's like Oda, please.
What if it's like, okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Wow.
No.
Go ahead.
What do you mean?
Hit us, Yongbi. Let's go.
No, because it's gonna be gassing Shane.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. You know how when he pulled up to the 5 elders location, right?
Yes.
Before that, he was reading the newspapers. How did he get from that point to over there?
He just obviously.
Black hockey.
Yeah. Like, what if he's able to teleport? What if he's able to teleport?
He summoned himself.
Yo.
That's
he's
right.
cooking, bro.
He's
cooking right now.
That's why I didn't want to say it.
Yo, let him cook.
I didn't want to say it, but that's what it just reminded me of. How does Shanks just teleport from A to B? You see what the Gorosei, they're doing it.
Oh, wait, but that theory though, does Dragon also have it? Is Dragon just like coming to Elbaf?
No, I think with Dragon though, like
he
hasn't used
in Japanese myth have control of lightning.
He's used regular hockey, maybe like the invisible stuff, but
Oni, like demons in Japanese mythology, they have control over lightning, like across the board. That might be the lightning that we're seeing, because I'm just not convinced it's Konkurosaki.
Is that a Shinto thing?
It's like Taoism and Buddhism. It's pretty much like a combination of like. Started with Chinese mythology, and then it kind of, whatever country you're in, you kind of adapted it to your own culture. But it comes from Taoism, essentially.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, no, but they adapted it to Shintoism. So the names are changed, but it's essentially the same.
Yeah, because like, to me, it felt like...
But they, across the board in Japanese mythology, can control lightning. So I found
because it's not just because there's also like these weird... like darkish flames that came when Saturn arrived for the first time. That came with Alone the Lightning too. And I think we're seeing like a mixture of that now. Like we're seeing a mixture of both these columns of lightning and like plumes of black fire that stem from that lightning too. It's like a weird sort of combination of the two. I mean, honestly, considering the things too, they may all have some sort of symbiotic thing going on here because they have telepathy and all the voice of all things. And it's for all of them?
Their power has to be connected somehow.
That's what I'm thinking too. Which I think
there's
puts into play
something that ties
Emu
them
again, bro.
together.
I think it's Emu. I'm saying
love
again.
that,
I think it's Emu.
Well,
I think it's Emu.
That was another thing too, like about the Blackbeard theory, that if Blackbeard takes his power, then he might be able to give some of those powers to his crew to enhance like all the powers they already have.
So Katarina, Laffy, like City of the Rain, Vaughn, all get like plumes of lighting. They all get like demon time shit, and they get buffed.
Saturn's summoning the other guys. The other guys aren't summoning themselves, so it kind of implies that
maybe it's like to be in a location, you actually have to have like someone there to bring the others with you. Because like
that's what I assume. So right, yeah.
Because Saturn, like, if he wanted to, why did he come on a boat the entire time?
Does the Gyuki does the Gyuki have some sort of lore about being able to transport itself from place to place quickly, instantly?
No, it doesn't.
No, but there's that rule of transportation in anime where you have to have like visual reference before you can teleport anywhere. I don't know if that's the same thing with the warp fruit with Van Auger, but
I assume so. Yes.
Yeah, it's like if he's there, he can see where you guys are, then he can do the summoning.
At this point, nobody expected the Gorosei to all show up. I thought Oda was gonna save them, honestly.
Not me.
So like, now that now that the Gorosei is moving, I think Dragon really has to do something.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Yo, listen.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is a notch. It is. It's a subtle notch on Blackbeard's belt. Like, listen, man.
It is.
We don't because he's still making his moves and his plans, and it's the beginning of the final saga. We have all 5 elders pulling up to try and stop Vegapunk, and we have Luffy kind of do something against them probably. You have the giants pulling up too. We saw the Zoro pulling up. But there's a good chance we may get an even face reveal because we have a global message. All the elders, like imagine they all get teleported back to where Imu is. Like, Lord Imu, we have failed you. And Imu's like mad salty. What the fuck is wrong with you guys, bro? So we may get an even face reveal at some point soon too. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a video message, right? So there's a video component. So there has to be a video component.
But where's it coming from? Wait, where's the transmission coming from?
From the, I think it's from the Labo Stratum.
Nah, it's too obvious, Cole. Cole, that's way too obvious.
Okay, fine. Let's say underground then.
Okay, so do you remember when
he's gonna steal it?
I wrote this down. Oh yeah.
Amen.
So do you remember when Dragon? Sure, no, you can have it. Yeah. Do you remember when Dragon got that call? Right, the message he got, rather.
Yeah, from Shaka.
I think the call's being routed through Kamabaka, and that way, like, we're gonna have that flip where they're gonna think that they destroyed the comms unit, whatever it's coming from, and then it's still going, and they're like, what do we do about this? And then they're going to cut to Kamabaka, and you're going to see that that's what their job was.
That's crazy.
Because I think Vegapunk is tied to the revolutionaries in some way, and I think it would just be smart to reroute that shit, you know?
That would be one hell. That would be one hell of a Dragon redemption right there. Like, Dragon was actually like the failsafe.
Yeah,
he would have done something.
Well, here's my thing too with Dragon though. I still think like soon he's gonna have to make a move because Oda's been building all this stuff up narratively and power wise. Like he's hinted at being powerful. Like in Marineford, they're like, oh, Luffy has Kankurosaki. He's like Dragon, and then everything else we've seen like Sabo having like Dragon named moves. Like most likely Dragon probably trained Sabo along with like Kuma and everybody.
Point, it's
how Dragon gonna get there that fast though?
He could make a move. Possibly for Egghead or even the Holy Land, because if the Gorosei are all out of the house, then it's a weaker time, and Kizaru's not there either, so it's more weakened than ever right now. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, at this point, I don't see Luffy fighting Akainu. I think they might clash, I think Luffy might hit him, but at this point, Luffy's just gonna continue to grow. He's already basically strong. Like, come on, let's be real. He's stronger than Akainu already.
It's the beginning of the final saga, and he's doing this kind of shit, bro.
He's already stronger than Akainu. He's only going to gap him more in the future. Do you guys? Who's going to be entertained by seeing Luffy low diff / maybe mid diff Akainu?
Hey, Cole, people are trying to duck the Luffy fight because they don't want their characters disrespected.
Right now, I mean, Luffy is just he's scary.
See you.
Bye bye.